I really thought that this band was Utopia from Todd Rundgren, just spelled wrong. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope that you're having a wonderful one and doing well, having a great day out there, whatever you're doing. Today, we're going to listen to the track Tesla. This is from the band Unitopia. This is going to be off of their album Artificial, which was released in 2025. Why we're listening to this? Because it was suggested and sponsored by Michael Gray. Thank you so much, Michael, for the recommendation and, of course, for the support. Really, really appreciate that. I've never heard of the band, but I will say that the album cover looks quite nice. I like a cool, album cover, especially like with prog and progressive music. They like a lot of times they have like those very artsy, conceptualized kind of album covers, and I think this is definitely leaning towards that. Like I said, never heard of the band, but I'm pulling up their information right now, pulling up their Bandcamp so that we can follow along with lyrics and such. Let's go ahead and listen to it. We will discuss it a little bit after. Here we go.
Like a flash of light, in an instant, the truth was revealed.
On at the stroke of midnight, darkness was filling the skies. Thunder and lightning, the cry of a child, the birth of a mind that would rise. Of a man of faith he'd find, blessed with inquiring mind, troubled and tested, obsessive, compulsive, numbers divided by three of a kind. Oh, how I loved her, nothing else mattered.
Snappy.
She was my purpose in life. Clear was her message, the light from her eyes. Of light, bubbles and jewels, repulsive
nice
and crude, fear of the others unclean. Childhood remembered, balanced and centered, order from chaos, precisely pursued. Oh, how I loved her, nothing else mattered. She was my purpose in life. A message, light from her eyes, colorful beams of light.
It's a nasty shuffle. Kind of reminds me of a Big Big Train a little bit, this particular section, East Coast Racer. I got you. It's a nice build-up. chill synth line behind this. Can I say I love saxophone?
Alternating currents and radio waves. Father of the art of tele-automatics. Unusual signals, abnormal life. The ranting and raving of a brilliant fanatic. Machinery driven by a power obtained.
I love the guitar and sax combo.
Any point in the universe, bristle like globes and cosmic rays. Now let me present to you the egg of Columbus.
Okay. I like this jam. I love the percussion. This little moment. Hey. And bringing the violin. This is a section right here. You can dance to that.
King are all the theories and formula, the downward spiraling fascinates and dazzles, causing all to go blind with underlying errors, but a trick of the mind. Confusing metaphysics with pursuit of the truth. loved her, nothing else mattered. She was my purpose in life. Clear was her message, the light from her eyes, colorful beams of light. Where's the ghost in the machine? Where's the lifeblood for the dream? Have we missed the opportunity to live forever? In the next 10,000 years, will we sow and reap with tears? Doesn't matter that we reach each new endeavor. Where's the ghost in the machine? Where's the lifeblood for the dream? Have we missed the opportunity to live forever? In the next 10,000 years, will we sow and reap with tears? Does it matter that we reach each new endeavor?
Nice solo to end. This being my first introduction to the band, I think that there's a lot to like on this particular track. Two things, well, three things I should say, immediately stood out from the very beginning. From the very beginning, pull up just a little bit after the thunder crack, which is big. Pull up past
Rise, cry of a child,
bass playing.
the birth of a mind.
The tone of the bass.
Numbers divided by 3 of a kind.
I'm not skipping ahead enough, but
Unclean.
there you go. As I'm listening to the bass playing there, I'm loving the tone. I love how during the verse, how strong up front it is. I like how warm it is in its color. The bass being performed here. I'm looking really quick. There you go. Sean Duncan on the bass. Absolute brilliant tone. I love the way he played. I love the way he delivered. That was great. And then the sax and the violin solos, respectively performed by Peter Radell. And then, let's see, who's playing that violin? I'm actually unsure. I don't see it immediately. But I do like their kind of take on some in the symphonic kind of prog rock sound. But there's the sax. Hear a little bit of it there. There you go. Okay. That whole breakdown right there, it shifted and it transitioned. There was no fade, there was no cross fading. There was no fade out, fade in. No, it just straight shifted into this section. But can I tell you, because I really like what it shifted into, I didn't really mind that much. This, won't lie, was the centerpiece of this track for me. That was just brilliant. I enjoyed every second of it. I like how the drums switched to a more jazzy percussive route at that particular point with the bongos. I like, once again, the bass playing there. The sax is ripping it up. It's just a fun moment in this track, and the track is kind of taking itself kind of seriously, but that little section, we get down there. We get down absolutely there, and then like I said, afterwards you have some like little symphonic touches that begin to creep in here right before the very end. We have a nice satisfying guitar solo at the very end of it. Like it all kind of, if I'm being honest, it's not like this album actually came out, I believe, 2010. For some reason on Spotify, it says 2025, but Prog Archives says 2010. This doesn't sound like any modern prog that we haven't heard before. I can't lie and say that, like, this is blowing my mind or I'm really feeling something from this. I think it's a fun song, but I can't say that it's necessarily memorable for me or that there's something that they're doing here that I haven't heard many times listening to a lot of progressive rock, modern especially, at this point. Especially, just as a reminder, like before even starting this channel, I was a Dream Theater big fan. So I listened to a lot of things around that kind of time. And this just doesn't quite hit the same level for me that I would like to. I enjoy the performances. I think the drumming was a big standout. The vocals were fine. Like, there's a lot to like within this, especially that section I mentioned. But I can't help feel that I've heard this before. I can't help feel that, that it just doesn't stand out necessarily. It's close, but this particular track just doesn't hit that mark for me in particular. But I can't say that it's bad. I can't say anything of that nature about it. Just that it sounds a little bit like treaded ground at this particular point. I wish I could find this section with the violin, though. I know it came after the sax. Hey, right after. And that bass line right here, though, that whole section, that whole couple minutes there, I think is perfection. I can listen to that all day. That, serve it up to me. That is wonderful. I love how much of a party it becomes there. I like how celebratory it becomes and how open it is and how it transforms there. And even though the transitions in and out of it are a little abrupt, the section is just so fun that I'm relishing in that particular dance. Let's go ahead and look at these lyrics here. Quite perhaps obviously talking about Mr. Nikola Tesla, as he's quoted here, like a flash of lightning, in an instant the truth was revealed. Born at the stroke of midnight, darkness was filling the skies, thunder and lightning the cry of a child, the birth of a mind that would rise. Son of a man of faith he'd find, blessed with inquiring mind, troubled and tested, obsessive, compulsive, numbers divided by three of a kind. Oh, how I loved her, nothing else mattered, she was my purpose in life, clear was her passage. The light from her eyes, colorful beams of light, baubles and jewels, repulsive and crude, fear of the others unclean, childhood remembered, balanced and centered, order from chaos, precisely pursued. Oh, how I loved her, nothing else mattered. She was my purpose in life, clear was her passage, or message rather. The light from her eyes, I mean, I can't pretend to know really anything about Tesla. I will admit that's a dark corner in the intelligence of my mind. I do not have any knowledge of Tesla, really, so I cannot speak to how this is relating to him, but it seems to be. Father with its arts of telematics, unusual signals, abnormal life, the ranting and raving of a brilliant fanatic, machinery driven by a power obtained from any point in the universe, fluorescent light globes and cosmic rays. Listen, while everybody was learning about scientists and that kind of thing in school, which I did, I got to tell you, I was much more into literature and that kind of thing. I was much more into literature, mythologies, and that's where I kind of took more attention. So all this, the science and stuff, I will admit, kind of passed me by. And this is where the music changes. Let me present to you the egg of Columbus. Now let us see what this exactly means. Let's do a little search. Okay, let's see. The egg of Columbus refers to a seemingly impossible task that becomes easy once understood. Okay, the expression refers to an apocryphal story dating back to at least the 16th century, in which it is said that Columbus, having been told that finding a new trade route was inevitable and no great accomplishment, challenges his critics to make an egg stand on its tip. After his challengers give up, Columbus does it himself by tapping the egg on the table to flatten its tip. He pulled a Penn and Teller. He pulled whatever the other guy is. It's simple. You're thinking complicated. The answer sometimes is the simplest, as a matter of fact. So that's what I'm assuming in talking to Tesla, right? Probably had his critics about what Tesla could and couldn't do, and yet he did, didn't he? Like a beggar clothed in purple that people take for a king, of course, purple representing royalty, are all the theories and formula. The downward spiraling, what is Nine Inch Nails doing here? Fascinates and dazzles, causing all to go blind, with underlying errors but a trick of the mind. Confusing metaphysics with pursuit of the truth, clawing at the rubble for the fountain of youth. That's a good line. They're confusing metaphysics with pursuit of the truth. No, we're just trying to find the truth. We're not worried about what it may represent or not. Alternating, compensating, recreate the soul. Madman, revolutionary, all parts of the whole. This all describes him. We are all parts of the whole. We all are parts of the whole. Showmanship and magic tricks, conjuring the dream. Unending thirst for knowledge carries us downstream. What was that movie? Didn't it have Christian Bale playing a magician? Tesla was one of the characters in that movie. It was called The Something. I remember seeing it, but I'll admit that at the time my attention span was not the greatest, and I do not remember a bit of that movie. Oh, how I loved her. Nothing else mattered. Clear was her message. How have we missed the opportunity to live forever in the next 10,000 years? Will we sow and reap with tears? Does it matter that we reach each new endeavor? Like, what's the purpose of reaching the next endeavor, the next, let's just say, for example, technological or scientific, what's the purpose of reaching that next hallmark, that next peak, if we're not using it to positively advance, I would say, our species and mankind and the world surrounding as a whole. That's how I'm kind of reading that. Like I said, I don't have the Tesla background and knowledge to really dive into it on a biographical level, but I think that on a surface level, I think I kind of caught a little bit of it. Let me know what you guys thought of it, of course, in the comments down below. Michael, thank you so much for the recommendation, and thank you for the support here as well. I really appreciate that. I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you as always for stopping by, coming on in, and I hope you swing on by tomorrow. Have a wonderful one, and I will see you all later. Bye, guys.